Now, if you watched our previous video, you know that we revealed a little secret sneak peek of what we were gonna make this week.
It literally tastes like you're eating meat.
If you're anything like us, you would also love tacos any season of the year. Tacos is just a great meal to have for the kids, for yourself. The kids love it, we love it. Let's go make some tacos. So you know we're gonna make tacos, of course, and they were delicious, but what is the secret ingredient? Well, let's take a look. This is what we are going to make our tacos out of. Before we get into any taco making, let's make the sauces. So here we are making our salsa. We put all of our tomatoes, onions, cilantro, garlic into a blender, as well as a freshly picked Thai bird's eye chili that we've grown. This is going to add a little bit of spiciness and not too spicy. We're going to add a little bit of lime and salt, of course, and blend away. Now onto the guacamole. We made guacamole out of 4 avocados. They are very beautifully ripened. We added the same ingredients, some limes, cilantro, salt, garlic, and blended it up in our food processor. We don't have a specific recipe for this, but we are going to list the ingredients of our guacamole as well as our salsa down in the description box so you can make your very own salsa and guacamole the way you like it, because everyone's family is different. If you like it more limey, add some more limes. If you like it not too spicy, don't add the chili. You measure the way that you like it. We also added a few cherry tomatoes into our guacamole because it just adds something delicious. And there you go. So simple, and it's all ready for the tacos. As a side for our tacos, we are going to make a very simple wild rice. We start off with some bell peppers. These 3 green peppers are homegrown. They're so special. We're going to start off with the aromatics. We have some bell peppers. We're going to just chop up with some onions and garlic. To cut them into small little pieces, we're just going to cut them lengthwise like this and then turn it around 90 degrees and cut right across. We also added a couple stalks of celery here. We cut them in the middle, lengthwise like so, turn it around, and just cut them into small pieces. And now we're just going to peel and chop 1 whole onion and some garlic cloves. And now all of the prep work is done. Let's get this rice cooking. In our pot, we are going to add a little bit of grapeseed oil, and then we're just going to dump in all of our aromatics here. With a wooden spoon, we're going to saute this for about 2 minutes, 3 minutes, just to get everything softened, and then we're going to add rinsed wild rice. Here's a fun fact for you. Did you know that wild rice is actually not a rice? It is actually a seed. Let us know in the comments if you already knew this. Now this is the creative part. You can season your rice however you would like. Over here I am using some ground up fennel seed. Here's some smoky paprika. Lots of garlic powder because we love garlic around here. I did wait until the last minute to add our chopped garlic cloves, and we're just going to stir that up. It is smelling delicious. We added a few pinches of salt, and here we are adding some water. It takes about 3 times the amount of water to rice ratio. So we added the water, we're going to stir it up, we're going to bring it up to a boil and let it simmer away for about an hour and 20 minutes. Just keep your eye on it because the water will evaporate and it will also be absorbed by the rice. So you'll need to add some water if needed. Time to make our spelt taco shells. We got a little creative. We added some herbs into the water and some onions as well. And we are just going to blend up all these spices, these herbs, onions, garlic, and a little bit of salt into the water that we're going to use in the dough. In this herb mix, we added some herb de Provence. We also added some cumin, a little bit of salt, and onions and garlic. We then poured in our mixture into the spelt flour, added some grapeseed oil, and mixed it with our hands. You'll want to knead this mixture until it becomes a dough formed so you can roll it out as taco shells. I believe we started off with about 3 to 4 cups of spelt flour and a cup of water. To roll out the dough, you're going to dust your surface with a little bit more spelt flour. Trey has separated all of these little golf ball sized dough balls, and with a rolling pin just rolling it out as thinly as he can, so that way it makes this really delicious thin tender taco shell. We're going to transfer this onto our griddle to cook. And this is what all of them look like. Aren't you so excited? Because we were. We cooked each one for about a minute or 2 on each side. Always test 1 or 2 to be certain how long you have to cook your taco shells. You can roll these tacos out however thin you would like to. These are just how ours came out. Back to our secret ingredient, it is the banana blossom. We found this over at Sprouts. This is what it looks like in the package. This is our very first time that we've used this ingredient, so this is new for all of us. It is packed in a plastic bag with a type of brine or water to keep it kind of fresh, and so we decided to open up the package and we are going to drain that extra liquid that's in there. We were so intrigued by how it looks because it seriously kind of looked like meat. This is what it looks like close up. Look at all the layers. It's so interesting. So we're going to start with some kelp powder. We're going to make a little marinade. We had some kelp powder, some lime juice over here, a bit of salt, and we're going to just marinate all of this meat, quote unquote meat. This is what it looks like. Do you not agree that this looks like meat or what? It's like a hunk of beef. So we decided to try to cut this up into little pieces. Our initial idea was to make this as little fish tacos, so that's why we used the kelp powder to give it a little bit of that fishy taste. We're trying to cut it, but it was kind of flaking, so this is what it looks like on the inside. Look at the flakes. It looks like a piece of chuck roast or something. It's so cool. So like I said, we tried to cut it in a few pieces, but it was just kind of breaking apart a little bit as we put it into the marinade. So we decided to just put the big pieces, we just put all of it into a bowl with the marinade and let it sit for about 5 minutes after mixing it by hand. We are now setting up the dredging. So this is our flour mix, the dry flour mix. We season it up with some garlic powder, some paprika, a little bit of cayenne, and some herbs. You can season it however you want. Now onto the wet batter. This is sparkling water. We're going to add it to a little bit of spelt flour. We use this in place of using some baking powder to add a little bit of lift, and the little gas bubbles just helps it make the batter extra crispy. We added as much water as it needed to create this batter-like consistency so we can dip our little fish pieces or beef pieces, whatever meat you were trying to go for here. Here is our first piece of banana blossom being dipped into a wet batter, and then we're going to set it aside, ready to be dipped into the dry batter as well. Now towards the end, this banana blossom kind of just broke apart, so we just decided to scoop it all up. It doesn't matter if it was broken or not, and we just put it into the wet batter and then to the dry. In a cast iron skillet, we have heated up some grapeseed oil, and in goes the first piece to fry. We have all these pieces lined up to be fried, and oh my gosh, it looks so good. Here is some frying ASMR, and look at the golden deliciousness. Once everything is made, it is time to make the tacos. Here we have our taco shells. We added some guacamole. Now look at this piece of banana blossom or meat that I'm just going to place onto the taco. I mean, look how it looks like meat, guys. This is so wild. It was so crazy. It is fascinating to me. Now we're adding a little bit of salsa on both of these tacos. You gotta have some salsa for tacos, right? And don't forget the rice that we made here. And voila! Our plate of plant-based banana blossom tacos. These tacos were one of our top 5 meals that we've made since becoming plant-based. If you just started, you have to try these. Everything was made from scratch. We knew exactly where everything came from. The kids enjoyed it. The whole family enjoyed it. Tacos are overall generally very healthy and so family friendly, and you can make it any season of the year.
If I were to rate anything in the plant kingdom that is similar to the texture of meat, it's the banana blossom. Like, it literally tastes like you're eating meat. Feels like you're eating meat. Then you just season it with pretty much whatever you want. Yeah.
I wanted to show you what it looks like close up, because if you shred it, look how it resembles the fibers of meat. It is so interesting, guys.
If I was a meat eater, I would have been completely full. I cannot express how much the texture feels just like meat. When you're chewing on it, even like the kind of pull that meat has, I mean, like everything.
And there you have it. These are our homemade, scratch-made, plant-based tacos. We hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you on the next one.